Welcome to the hottest entertainment blog on the internet today, the A-List. I am your host, the Game Changer, Wes Truth. And tonight we've got a very special guest, our second ever international guest, and has decided to grace us with her presence. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me tonight, all the way from the UK, is Emily Liston. How you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm having a great time already, I'll tell you. That's the most intros takes I've had to take. But anyway, thanks for stopping by and coming on the show.
It's okay. It's only, past my bedtime here,
Yeah, whatever. Why don't you tell all the viewers out there a little bit about yourself?
Okay, I live in England, obviously. I live like half an hour from London. I live in a little town called Bishop Stortford, and it's like Tudor buildings, and like it used to be a market, like a cattle market, and it's got like castles, and like it's got like a dungeon and haunted buildings and fun stuff like that.
Haunted buildings, you say?
Yeah, like there's this pub called the George Hotel, and it's supposedly haunted by this lady who died there like 1,000 years ago or something ridiculous. So that's good times.
Maybe I'll have to come and investigate it one day.
Yeah, I have never seen the Queen before, but I love her. I live not very far from Rupert Grint. Someone down my street opposite me had a party with Aaron Johnson, who is in Kick-Ass, the other day. It was good times, but I didn't see him. If I'd have known he was there, I would have obviously gone round, but unfortunately I was told afterwards.
You were probably talking to me at the time.
Yeah, exactly. We have a pub here called the Rose and Crown, which they have in Epcot. But in Epcot, it's like really nice, all renovated, really nice. Whereas here, it's like full of drunk people and stinks, and it's just not a good place to go, really. So, they got that pretty wrong.
All right, well, I know, but tell the people out there about you being an illustrator.
Okay, well, I studied 3 years at university, and I got a Bachelor of Arts degree in animation and illustration. So I guess like Disney, I know we're not talking about Disney, but I guess Disney like influenced me to get the degree, because obviously that's why I wanted to do it, because I wanted to do animation. Until I found out you have to go to Pixar school, and then I just decided to do illustration. So yeah, it's good fun. I graduated like a couple of months ago.
Why don't you give everyone your website?
Okay, you can see my illustrations at www.emilylistonillustrations.weebly.com, or if you want to buy like merchandise that I've produced, you can go on www.redbubble.com/people/Emily Liston4. And also you can see my stuff on Twitter as well, which is EL5AME.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, and everyone check out her stuff, because it's really cool. I might have to get me some merchandise. Order some merch up in here.
Yeah. The only thing I've sold is 2 stickers of this guy. And I got 11p for each of them, which is about 25 cents. Woo!
You can quit your day job now, so that's
yeah,
the best part.
I know. I'm set for life, so,
So, you say you're a big Disney fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I tell everyone how many vacations you've gone on to Disney World.
Why would you make me say that? Okay, I've been to Disneyland Paris once, and I've been to Disney World in Florida 13 times.
Oh!
Yeah, it's a lot of dedication. And I've always been with my family, but I'm going this year, hopefully in November, alone, on my own, to like travel it on my own.
Maybe someone will make a special appearance, who knows?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm trying to get a job out there, like with the international programs, but it's really difficult because you can only apply once a year, and you can only work in Epcot. So
Right.
it's really difficult, yeah. So I don't know if that's going to happen, really.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite rides in Disney?
Probably Space Mountain, especially since they refurbished it, because it's a lot. I think it's a lot faster. I know it isn't, but it just seems it because they haven't got stars everywhere now. It's just pitch black, so it's like kind of terrifying. So I really like that one. I guess Carousel of Progress. I know a lot of people don't enjoy it. Like, I know my family fall asleep on it, but I absolutely love it.
Oh yeah, I like it too.
Yeah, it's like one of the best ones. Yeah. I don't know, kind of like Thunder Mountain, things like that, really.
Yeah. All right. Well, and everyone, check this out. We're gonna have a special episode with Emily's last trip coming up soon in the next week. So look out for that. It's gonna be all about her Disney trip and Universal, unfortunately, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, and we're gonna have an argument live, so you know.
Yeah, you make sure you tune in for that. It's gonna be awesome. So we have arguments all the time, but this one's gonna be live. Here we go.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite movies?
Well, I'm not going to say Twilight because apparently I'm not allowed to say that. So
You're allowed to say it. It's a free, well, 2 free countries here.
That was a good joke. Well done, you.
And I didn't laugh.
Because you're holding it in. I don't know, probably like something lame like Titanic, because I like have been to the museums in Florida. I don't know, just kind of romantic films. I'm a big hopeless romantic, so. But also I really like all the Marvel films that are out, so that kind of whole thing.
Cool. And what are some upcoming movies you're looking forward to?
Well, the upcoming movies here are different upcoming movies to you because you've already got them in the cinema, whereas like Gravity, I don't think that's here in the cinema yet. I think I've only just started seeing the adverts for it, or I've just missed a massive chunk of that because I didn't even know what it was when you went to see it. So
Right.
I'm definitely looking forward to Thor, which I get to see before you because England is amazing and they decided to show it in cinemas or theatres on the 30th of October. Woo!
Yes, she's very excited that she gets to see that before me.
I am, because I'm going to spoil it for you.
Just like I spoiled Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, exactly. So around that time, you might not want to look on my Twitter, as I'm going to be spoiling it, specifically for Wes.
In entertainment news, we have some Disney news actually this week, which is good since our guest is, you know, up with Disney like me. My buddies at micechat.com, check that out, have a rumor here that Star Wars exhibits could be planned for Disneyland taking over Tomorrowland. And yeah, I think that's pretty interesting. I'm a big Star Wars fan, obviously. Madonna is too, evidently. Some of the rumors are that there are going to be changes to the rocket jets and the People Mover track. Of course, the People Mover has been gone for years, but the track still remains. A proposed Millennium Falcon walkthrough. That might be pretty cool. A Chewbacca meet and greet. And the Tomorrowland Terrace being transformed into the Mos Eisley Cantina. Oh, I would love that. And also, listen to this.
Music playing.
Oh, there will be the music. The music's playing right now. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I can hear it now.
Finally, listen to this. The Autotopia, which is like the Tomorrowland Speedway for you, because since you're only a Disney World traveler, is going to be transformed. Now this is all, you know, proposed. It's not set in stone. Into a speeder bike ride, like they have in the movie Return of the Jedi.
Okay. Oh, that was really cool.
When they're on Endor going through the woods, and that's totally different than just a car ride where you go on a track. So
okay. I think that sounds better. Why don't they do
Yeah.
that in Disney World?
Exactly. I don't know.
That
But,
part sounds better. But then I also think that the rest of it, like, yeah, there's tons of Star Wars fans.
Yeah, and like I was telling you, Tomorrowland and Disneyland isn't as good as the Tomorrowland and Disney World.
Yeah. But what are they replacing? Like, what did you say they were replacing? Because I don't know what those rides are.
The rocket jets are like the Astro Orbiter.
Okay. But that's fun.
Well, they're not going to replace it all the way. They're probably just going to make little changes.
Okay. Like, refurbish it into something Star Wars themed?
Yeah, exactly. Like change the name or something.
Okay, well, I guess that's really cool.
Yeah.
At first, when you told me, I was like, I hated it. Because I was getting really annoyed, because I was like, well, they already have the Star Wars section in MGM Studios, but then obviously they don't have that whole section in Disneyland.
No.
So that's okay again. The car ride that you were telling me about, the Speedway, that's really cool. I might have to go to Disneyland just to ride that. Because I was on the Speedway thing this year, and it's, I've only been on it a few times, but when someone's in front of you, and they're driving not at all really, and they're just like pushing the pedal like now and then, so like you're stuck and then you can't move ahead, and then there's nothing to look at except from other cars. Like, it'd be really cool like if they design it all like Star Wars and then you have something to look at. Otherwise you're just looking at a road. It's just like being in a traffic jam.
Yeah, exactly. Although Autotopia is more popular than the Tomorrowland Speedway, so it's a bigger deal like if they replace it, but it sounds really cool to me, so I'd rather see that.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they know what they're doing.
Also, to do with Disney parks, Disney World now, in Florida, there will be a Frozen meet and greet for all you Frozen fans out there, where you can meet Anna and Elsa in the Norway Pavilion. That will be in November when the movie comes out to January 4th. And also, Frozen will be finding its way into the Celebrate the Magic Castle show. There'll be like a Frozen segment or something new.
Okay.
So you can go meet Anna and Elsa while you're in Epcot.
That's cool, but I generally don't know what it's going to be about, because, like, is it advertised on the television?
Oh yeah. Well, it's been kept like under wraps here in America. I've talked about it on the show, and I mean, they've just been showing stuff to do with the movie now. It was just they showed the snowman and the reindeer for the longest time, and that was the only preview we had seen. So now they're showing a little more and more about the story. So maybe you'll get more about the story soon when it starts to...
Yeah, because I haven't seen it advertised like once yet. So the only time I've seen it advertised is when we were in MGM Studios and on Twitter. Like, the rest of the time, I like generally have no idea what it's going to be about. But then again, none of the Tinkerbell films advertise like I know it's not, but like I'm saying, like the same kind of thing. Like they're not advertised that much over here. Like, I only seen them because my sister watches them, whereas nobody else I know has actually seen any of them.
Right.
So, you know.
Except for me.
Yeah, but you don't live in England, so.
True.
So that point was irrelevant.
So, Avengers news for all you Avengers fans out there, Marvel fans. Avengers Age of Ultron, which, Avengers 2 for Mel there.
Thank you again. Thank you again for explaining it to me.
So anyway.
I had no idea what Avengers 2 meant until you said it 3 times to me, and now I'm aware that Avengers 2 is Avengers 2. Oh my god, who'd have known?
No, Avengers Age of Ultron.
Same thing.
Alright. So, anyway, this movie.
I do know what it is, because it comes out first here.
Oh no, not again.
I think all the Marvels come out first here.
Yeah. What makes you so special?
Well, we have a queen, so she has to see it first.
Yeah, she's the first one to see the Avengers.
She has to approve it.
Yeah. Alright, so the casting news. Aaron Taylor Johnson, who evidently was right down the street from you the other day, or something, is rumored to be Quicksilver. And Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury, basically confirmed that Elizabeth Olsen is going to be the Scarlet Witch. What do you think about those?
Well, I know that they're doing... Is it Disney that are doing it?
Disney has the Avengers, yeah.
Yeah, but who's the other people that are doing it, Fox?
Fox.
Yeah, I know that they're both doing the same kind of thing, the same characters, but with different actors, which makes me really angry, to be honest, because it's gonna be very confusing. Like, it isn't, but it will be. It's just gonna be really annoying. Like, I want to see like we were saying earlier, like Robert Downey Jr. does Iron Man. Like, I can't imagine watching Avengers with Iron Man in, and then a different actor playing Iron Man. It doesn't make any sense, and I don't understand why they don't put their differences aside and join up and just make one, like, the same actors doing the same thing, because then a lot more people would enjoy that. But they just won't like do it. It's really annoying. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree. It's weird, but I think those are two good picks. Strong selections to play those characters.
Are they being released at the same time? They are, aren't they?
No. Avengers 2 is May 2015, and X-Men is next May. Like May 20-something.
Okay, so it's going to be even more confusing, because we're going to be seeing the adverts for Avengers, and then we're like, oh, I know these characters from the previous film, and then it'll be completely different. So
yeah,
people that don't know this is happening are going to be very confused. People that like generally don't know about any of this are just going to be like seeing the adverts for it and then realize or not understand why it's a completely different actor, completely different storyline.
Yeah.
So they really thought this through, didn't they?
Totally. And so, in some other movie news, Harrison Ford says he would do Indiana Jones 5 if he was asked to do it, and it's very possible. Harrison Ford is selling himself out. That is all that man is doing. Because he's going to do Episode 7, obviously. He's in Expendables 3, and he was in that horrible Paranoia that is on my worst of 2013 list so far this year. So yeah, is the man hard up for money, or I don't know, but Indiana Jones 5, depending what would happen in it, obviously. 4 was, yeah. I'm sure you're gonna speak on that in a few minutes, I'm sure.
Yeah.
As long as it's better than 4 and there's no Shia LaBeouf, it might be all right. But I don't know. I don't know if I want to see a 70-some-year-old man in a whip and with a whip and doing stuff, and every other 5 minutes, I'm old. Ha!
That's what you do anyway.
Every 5 minutes.
You must be used to it.
What?
I said that's what you're like anyway. I'm old. So,
yeah.
It's like
True.
looking in the mirror.
Oh, man.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's kind of like, he was like a legend, like with the whole Indiana Jones thing. They were like amazing films. They were like, well, they were my childhood. They were like, not your childhood, obviously.
Really? I'm only 4 years older than you.
Yeah, but that's a lot of difference, when you're 10 and when you're 14. So anyway, yeah, he left his films and they were like kind of legendary. Like everyone has seen Indiana Jones. Everybody loves it. Everybody loves him. It's just like classic films. And then he brings out, I don't even know the name of it because it was that rubbish. I just
the Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That crap one.
The crap. Kingdom of the Crystal Crap.
Yeah. Like it was okay.
It would get a meh, right?
It was okay. It was kind of okay until the end with the aliens. I don't even know why he would agree to that. Like, he is Indiana Jones. He knows what he's reading in the script. He knows what it sounds like. He knows everything about his role and everything. And then once he reads the alien part, what, did he just think that was an amazing idea? Like, I don't understand. Like, why would you not speak up and say, this is crap?
I know. I went to the midnight premiere of that movie.
Oh my god, what a waste. You could have been sleeping.
Yeah, exactly. And they pulled back the sheet with the alien. I'm like, what?
It was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. I like the fridge scene though, even though that was ridiculous. I liked the scene because I thought it was funny. That's like, yeah, I don't know. It was just so cliche, and it also reminds me of the new. I know this is off topic, but it reminds me of the new. Have you seen? Well, you've probably had it aired already, but the new 2.5 Men.
Mm-hmm.
You watch that?
Yeah. No, I haven't watched it. I know of it though.
Have you seen the new his daughter?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we've only been seeing the adverts for that, and it reminds me of that kind of thing. Like, they have no more storyline to kind of go by, and so they just kind of, oh, by the way, he had a kid. Oh, definitely, you know, took you a while to come up with that plot line. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, it just annoys me so much. Especially how the other ones were so good as well.
Yeah.
And they've kind of just ruined it. Like, anyone says Indiana Jones now, like, beforehand you used to think, oh yeah, I love those films, but now you think, oh yeah, apart from that last one. Like, that's the first thing you think of. Like, yeah, and now what are they going to do if they have a fifth one? Like, I don't know how they could make it any worse than the fourth one. Maybe.
They could. Don't tempt them. Don't tempt them. And also, we got some reboot news for a superhero movie. The Fantastic Four. There is some casting rumors here that Kit Harington from Game of Thrones, Saoirse Ronan, Michael B. Jordan, not Michael Jordan like the basketball player, the actor from Chronicle.
That would be best.
That would be, yeah. His credentials would be Space Jam and the Fantastic Four reboot.
When you say reboot, I'm assuming you mean the new version, yeah? Because we don't.
Yeah, a remake. Yeah, that's what we call it over here. They reboot the series.
Okay.
They are up to read for roles, so I don't know. I hope the new Fantastic Four movie's pretty awesome. And hopefully Doctor Doom doesn't get beat in like 5 seconds like he did in the last one. They're just like boop boop boop. Goodbye.
And hopefully, like in the Silver Surfer. How much was you cringing? Although, I don't know if you would be, but I was cringing so much when the Silver Surfer comes down and he goes, "You remind me of someone I used to..." I was like, no, this is the clichéest, cheesiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was like...
Other than one of my reviews, of course.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. I mean, that goes without saying. I didn't even know I needed to say that, because I thought... I'm joking.
You told me you were a fan of the Fantastic Four movies.
Yes, because when I was a kid, I'd never seen or really heard of like any of the Marvel stuff. Like, because I know it wasn't out, but like comics and stuff. Like, I never heard of that. Like Superman, I'd never seen. Like, I'd never seen anything really. Fantastic Four was the first kind of superhero film that I'd watched. So naturally, for me, I like loved it when I was a kid because it was, you know, like the special effects, like I know they're not great, but like back in the day when I watched it, I thought it was really good because I hadn't seen anything like it before. So now that when I watch it, I do like I watched it the other day actually. It was on telly. It's okay. I mean, it's really cheesy and it's really stupid and stuff. But like I like it because when I was a child, I liked it. So.
Right. Oh yeah. There's movies like that aren't the greatest that you connect with because you know you watched them when you were young.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all good.
I can still appreciate that it's kind of rubbish.
Well, yeah. If you stand that next to Avengers, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
It's not gonna compare.
Yeah, there's no comparison. Yeah, definitely.
Now it's time for this week's box office prediction. Last week, I predicted that Gravity would be #1, and it was, of course, making me 181.47 my score. You can tell I've been doing this a little while, right?
Because you're old.
This week's new releases include Captain Phillips, starring Tom Hanks. That one looks pretty good. I'm going to have to check that one out. Well, obviously. Machete Kills, which I don't know why that is actually needed, but you know, it should be fun, I guess. Mel Gibson and Charlie Sheen's in that, actually. Machete Kills. So who knows what's going to happen there. Lady Gaga's in it, so it's going to be a wild ride, I'm sure, even if it's not that great. And Romeo and Juliet also opens. I'm not exactly sure how many theaters that's going to be in this week. I don't even know if it's playing around here, but it's coming out. So I don't think any of those films, though, will be able, if anyone does, it's Captain Phillips, but I don't think anyone can beat Gravity. I think Gravity is going to be #1 once again. What do you think?
I mean, you can always tell because, so yeah, like the adverts that they play here, like they have shown Gravity, like it's only just been started to be played on television adverts. But like the other film that you were mentioning, I've never even heard of it. Like I don't know if they're going to release it, but like I think you can always tell what's going to be a big film if they show it over here. Like I know they show quite a lot of the films, but like some of the films aren't advertised a lot. Like Romeo and Juliet, I've seen that advertised like every single like advert that comes on the television. Like that's advertised loads over here. I think that's because
I haven't seen it once.
yeah, see, there's the difference. Like I think because the Romeo and Juliet. Have you seen the Romeo and Juliet of Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Was that big over there?
Yeah, pretty decent.
Yeah, so I think, I don't know, it's just, I've seen Gravity been advertised like a few times. I've seen the Lady Gaga one once, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing it and I was like, what? So yeah, yeah, like Romeo and Juliet has been advertised. Like I've seen it so many times. So, but then I feel like it's different for me because it's different kind of audiences. Like I don't know what's going to be like the box office like for you guys compared to over here. So it's different. Like Gravity might not like be as big over here.
True, yeah.
Because like a lot of British people might prefer, for example, Romeo and Juliet. Like I'm not saying they will, but like you know, it's different audiences, different humour, different things. So.
Right.
I'd probably say Gravity as well for England.
Okay, now time for this week's trivia question. Last week I asked, which Halloween film does Joseph Gordon-Levitt have a cameo in? And my dad actually answered it. So, yeah, interesting. Favoritism, I don't know, but it is the Halloween H2O is the answer. And we joked about that it didn't take place in a water park. I actually saw that movie with my dad in the drive-in, funny enough. And when I was small.
Drive-ins?
Yeah. Well, not anymore.
I thought that was
not anymore. When I was little, we had a lot of drive-ins, but not anymore. They're very few.
That's amazing. We've never had that. That's really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was just like something they make up in the films, like Grease.
No, but yeah, it was really cool. But we don't have them anymore, really. Just like once in a while.
Oh, that's really cool, though.
Yeah. So anyway, this week's trivia question. It has to do with the Star Tours ride, since we were talking about Star Wars and Disneyland, but we're going to switch it up a little bit. What year did Star Tours open at the former Disney MGM Studios, now Disney's Hollywood Studios, or MGM and still, in your case? So if you know the answer, you can tweet me, you can Facebook it, write it right here on YouTube, and of course, if you know the answer, you get put into the Raffle of Doom.
It's in my Temple of Doom.
The winner of that gets a free copy of my 2013 movie review yearbook. So definitely get in there. And finally, now it's time for this week's Babe of the Week. And I just started watching Once Upon a Time. I know I'm behind. I'm behind a few seasons, but I'm just getting to watch it now, of course. So she comes from Once Upon a Time, also Lost. It happens, funny enough, to be another Emily. Go figure. Emily DeRavin is this week's Babe of the Week.
There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. There's a lot of pretty girls in this city. I'm trying to pick the right.
And, when we have female co-hosts, I let them pick a hunk of the week as well. So lay your hunk of the week on us.
I changed my mind from earlier. I think it's going to be Ian Somerhalder.
Alright, well that does it for another episode of the A-List. Thanks again to Emily for stopping by, and I look forward to your return for our talk about your trip to Florida.
Yeah, thank you. I look forward to it as well. Should be a heated debate.
It's gonna be awesome. Anyway, so why don't you tell everybody again where they can find you on the interwebs?
Okay, well, you can find me on Twitter at EL5AME, or you can go onto my Redbubble account where you can get some merchandise of my illustrations at redbubble.com/people/Emily Liston4. I should be doing some new illustration shoots.
And for me, of course, you can subscribe to me on YouTube, youtube.com/westside515. Like my Facebook page, facebook.com/WestTroopAlist. Follow me on Twitter @WesAlist. And of course, you can buy my book, the A-List Review 2012 Movie Yearbook. Over 140 reviews, only $10. What's that in pounds, by the way?
It's about £4.50.
£4.50, people. Come on now. All right. So anyway, thanks for tuning in for another episode, and thanks again to Emily for coming by and hanging out. That's awesome. Hopefully you'll be back again. Well, I know you'll be back again soon. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much.
All right, and until next week, Troop out.